live and on the air. Hey guys, welcome to Picks and Parlays Total Chaos NBA edition. I'm your host, Allie Burns. With me in the top corner is last week's champion, Sean Higgs. How's it going, Sean? You were 3-1 last week, so well done, sir.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. That guy, I mean, I was like a ringer. The guy, there was 40 people, and 18 of them were the guy's family. The guy's family was in the chat crushing me. Like, man, what's going on here? It was like,
I actually had both of them. It's Tim and Nick Earl. They're identical twins, and I had both of them on the live cap today. So, it was the same thing.
So
the chat just fills up with love.
Giant, it was like Hatfields and McCoys. The entire family's going back and forth at each other. One likes one twin more than the other. I'm taller, but I'm older by 40 seconds. I wore your hand-me-downs.
Right. No, it's it was a fun show. They're a good group, and we'll be seeing them more. We're going to be integrating them through the Total Chaos videos, so that way we can do more Total Chaos videos every week. So that's what's up. Nice. And then Kurt, you actually faced the other twin, the hockey twin, Tim.
Yes.
Nick. Sorry, you faced
Nick.
Sean faced him. And in Total Chaos NHL, you're here to do Total Chaos NBA with Sean. How are you feeling about it? You stoked?
I'm excited. I haven't seen Sean since football season. I think you kicked my butt then too.
that was literally 3 weeks ago, mate. Don't seem like it was that ages ago. Football season just ended.
It was way back. I like the haircut. It looked great.
That's the thing about Total Chaos. Everyone has kicked somebody's butt at some point, like that's just,
Chip
I told her
just slapped me around like I was an orphan one time, man. I was like, I got walloped.
I was saying last night he's smoking like a cheap cigar. Chip.
Oh, Chip does that to everybody. Chip is
brutal. Brutal.
He's like a pool shark, Everybody steps into the Total Chaos ring with him, and then all of a sudden he goes 5-0. Like, I don't really.
Of course he goes 5-0 because he's 90 and he can't leave his house. So he can't leave his house. He's on he's got a little cart he drives around there.
He's not homeschooling anybody right now.
He's not homeschooling people. There's no virtual. That guy just plays with his rifle, literally and figuratively. And does and gets totals. Where's he going? He can't drive anywhere. He's had a license taken away from him. Some old guy sitting around.
Chip misses
I might
you,
see him
Sean.
again, so I'm going to be easy on Chip. I might see him again. He might be recording this or watching this.
I crushed Chip too. I mean, we have fun back and forth with Chip. I like it.
Yeah.
Chip, the sad thing is that I'm like the 40-something-year-old version of like Chip because I throw out like random guys from like the 90s where he's like talking guys in the 70s. So I'm just baby Chip.
Yeah.
Fair.
You're a Chip Ahoy. Yeah.
Chip off the old block.
Chip off the old
Chip off the old block. Yeah.
Chip off the old Chirimbus.
There you are. Yeah.
Oh, he needs to make a show called that. My dimples already hurt, like my cheeks hurt.
I like that.
Bruce is upset. We like you, Chip.
Yeah, Bruce K, I'm calling you out right now. Thank you for the first like of the show. Everyone, Picks and Parlays View Crew, be like Bruce. Bruce is a good guy. Look at his cute dog. Just give us that thumbs up.
Tony was
with me
this afternoon. I did a college show today. Tony was in.
Yeah,
we care.
And
thank
Jared. Jared and I had words we didn't have words, but we had some words this morning about whether or not Temple goes over or under. What's happening, Elliot? So yeah,
I got to figure out, Allie, and then we'll get to it because we could just ramble on. I know I'm like you. We could just talk. We were just talking about this before we came on. You could talk forever. I got to know how to add these to like when I do the show. I have no idea. I haven't got to that point yet. I'm still just getting into the site.
Get the comments in.
Yeah, how do you get them up on the screen?
How to put them on?
I got no graphics. It's just a straight.
When you put your call me and I'll talk you through it. I got Kurt all set up too. Don't worry about it. Call me and it's super easy.
Homeless guy, no graphics. I got a guy ragging on my background. I'm like, I'm building a house, man. I said I'm stuck here in my little corner. I got nothing here.
Yeah, so people at home, if you guys don't know, Sean is doing his own show in the morning also. I know I see a lot of you on Morningwood with college basketball. Sean's doing the same deal, but he definitely does more NBA. Tell us what you're doing, Sean. And what's it called?
I just call it like the College Hoops Free Pick Show. And I start with college hoops, but it turns into, at first I was giving a lot of college basketball because there's like 120 games. So I'm like, let's give out like 10 games. Let's roll with.
Right.
But then I've kind of cooled back to about 3 games because I just say I go to the comments. Everybody wants to know NBA and hockey, and next thing you know, I got 4 NBA, 3 hockey games, and 5 more college hoops. So it turns into like a hodgepodge. So I just call it like a free pick luncheon or something. I don't know. It's the high noon freebie show. I got to know. It's noon my time, 9 a.m. your side. So I don't know. I got to come up with a slick name for it. I got to think of something.
How about afternoon delight? How about that?
Afternoon delight's pretty good.
Oh, now you're treading on my morning wood, though. All right.
Geez. After morning wood, you have.
I'm morning wood, and then there's an afternoon delight.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know, viewers. What do you think? Yeah,
they don't want to turn in and see me for afternoon delight.
What about hoops with Higgs?
Nah, because it's not just hoops, though. Because then also baseball season, it'll be bats with, what am I gonna call it?
Right.
Homers with Higgs. I don't know.
Bats with ballsies.
Bats and stats.
Bats and ballsies. Bats
and ballsies.
Baldy.
Oh, Baldy.
He's a fan duel. Nice.
I've got gold today. All right.
I got gold.
Oh my God. What?
I love this guy's like 15 minutes away from me, Elliot. I can't lose because Elliot could find me because I'm literally down the road from leg show. Look at this guy
slacking off.
Allie, when did you take the picture for the leg show? What is that?
Well, it's part of my sponsorship deal with Leg Show magazine. I had to photograph my legs for this. I love Leg Show. Jared, the morning wood is on between 1 and 1:30 Eastern, just depending on what time I get there. But hey, guys, we have a show to do. So let's get this party started. So Total Chaos NBA, if you haven't seen it before, I'm going to give these guys 4 NBA games that happen on Thursday, February the 25th. They're going to give me a couple quick points on whether they like it to go over or under. Whoever gets the most right comes back as the champ next week. Sean Higgs, you would drink my bathwater? Thank you. That's so sweet.
He's got to be a big count. He's got to be a big cat, 40-ounce beer belly, dude. So
40-ounce beer belly.
He's thirsty. He's definitely not a skinny jeans type guy. He's definitely a manly guy.
Okay, so we've got Kings at the Knicks. 223 is the number. Sean, you're the champ, so you are going to start us off. What do you got on this one?
Well, you just threw the jinx on me by saying that because next week I'm going to be the chump if I don't deliver now. I'm going to go over the total here. Kings have just been, they've been putting the biscuit in the basket a little bit. I'm thinking I'm going to see some points in this game. And on a side note, I kind of like the Knicks. Thank goodness they're finally improving a little bit. I know people got down on them, they trade Porzingis, but that's another thing. They're playing a little better, but I like the over here. I mean, the Kings are going to allow some points. We've seen them. They've lost 8 in a row. They're giving up a ton, 120, 125 points a game. They're scoring, 110 on their own. So yeah, I'm going to ride the trend here. Going to go over just because I see no defense and both teams pushing the pace.
All right, Alexander, do you agree or disagree?
I disagree. I'm actually going to take this game under. They played each other earlier in the season. 103-94 was the final in that game. The line at the time was 218.5. Went way under that total. And when you look at the Knicks, their totals are 216.5 against the Wolves, 220 versus the Warriors, which they landed on 220, 210 versus Orlando, and 215 versus the Atlanta Hawks, and that actually went over. So I'm used to seeing the Knicks in the 2 teens. To see this number at 223, that is strictly coming from the Sacramento Kings. 245, 243, 236, 228, their last 4 games. So that's Sacramento money that's causing this high total, but the Knicks just don't get to that number. They made it over that number once in the last 4 games. I'm taking it under 223.
All right. We're off to a disagreement. That's okay. Someone's got to win the game. Up next, We've got the Clippers at the Grizzlies. 228 is the number. Kurt, you're up.
Okay, looking at this game, You want to take it over? I don't know. This Grizzlies team, just with the eye test, you would think with the players they have on the team that this would be a high-scoring team. It would be more up-tempo. But you don't really get to this number with the Grizzlies. You got 194 against Dallas. Dallas, of all teams, that plays zero defense. So that was kind of shocking there. Against Phoenix, 225. Still didn't get over that 228 that we're going to need. Who was it? Detroit 204 and OKC 235. But this is going to be a back-to-back game. All right. And in back-to-backs this season, surprisingly, the Clippers had only had one, and they actually scored less in the first game than they did the second. So I'm going to follow that trend, and I'm going to take this one under the 228 for the first game of the back-to-back.
All right, Sean, what do you got?
Over the total. Good points, though. Hi, Memphis. Hey, listen, they put up 92 in Dallas, 97 in Phoenix. Barely got over 109 against Detroit. So I'm looking at this as they can't be that crappy, right? I mean, not that they're due for a breakout, but as much as the Clippers play some defense, they can score pretty much. And I think in this spot, they got a day of rest. They got the Bucks on Sunday. I want a full-on slaughter here. I want everybody playing. There should be no load management. Nobody's sitting out this game. Come on, you got 3 games before you play a good team. Unload here. I want to see another 135 from these guys. I think the Clippers are going to get into the 120s, and I think Memphis is going to get over 100. That's what it comes down to. If I get Memphis to that 105 mark, this is easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
All right.
My kid says that all the time.
Who says that?
My kid says that all the time.
No, because we're about the probably same mental level. Me and and my kids can attest to that.
You have kids too.
Yes.
I want to hire your daughter to be my stylist. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If March Madness is good, I'm getting a wig, people. Mark my words. Mark my words. It's going to be a short wig, but it's going to be a wig because I'm done doing my hair 3 times a day, y'all. Okay.
Put a hat on.
Okay.
Right.
You make fun of me. Every time I wear a hat, you make fun of me, Sean. You call me Benny and June, and it hurts my feelings.
It did look like Benny and June. It was like one of those little fisherman caps. That's a terrible hat. Not a baseball hat.
I do that too. Look, you're not the boss of me. I'm getting a wig, sugar. All right, that's what's happening. You're not the boss of me. All right, so Wizards at the Nuggets. Higgs, I think you're up. It's 237. What do you got on this one?
I mean, I'm square pegs. Over in Denver. Listen. Wizards. Again, we mentioned the Clippers dropped 135 on these guys. Before that, they went to overtime. They, would they get to like 250 or something against the Lakers? Before that, in Portland, they put up 100-some points. So these guys are giving up 110 a game. They're scoring 110 a game. Let's go over. Denver is Denver. I like their offense. Granted, these guys are kind of like a hit or miss squad. One day they're playing defense, and it's 100 to 105 to 96. And next game, you're in the 110s. But in this spot, I'm going to go over because I think Washington going up to the atmosphere, a little built-in home field edge there. So I think Denver's going to run a little bit, but Wizards can still score. So I like the over here.
All right, Kurt, I feel like you're going the other way.
It does seem high. Kurt's going to be like 237 is a ton of points, and it is, which is why I kind of think they're trying to scare me off of it.
Yeah, I'm jumping in the car with you, man. I wanted to take this game under. The Wizards wouldn't let me, though. 251, 229, 258 when they played Denver the last game. Anytime I see a total this high, you're right, Sean. I need 120 per half. So I sit and I look. Will Denver get me that 120? Well, 3 out of the last 4 games, they put up 120 in the first half, but the second half, only one of those games did they get past the 124. Get past the 120. So Denver's actually trending to the under in the second half of games. But like I said, the Wizards are the team that's allowing this game to go over in my mind because they'll give you whatever you want. 229 was their lowest total in the last 4 games, and that was against Portland. But 251, 258. Yeah, I definitely see this one going over. 237 is really high, but I think Washington's going to get us there. Let's take it over.
All right. So we finally agree on one. Okay, that's good. If you're just joining us.
3-0 so far.
What's that?
So finally agree, but I'm still 3-0 so far in the games.
Here we go. Here we go. And people at home, if you're just joining us, feel free to drop what you think is going to happen into the comment box. Give us that like, thumbs up, ring the bell for notifications, subscribe to the channel. We've always got a lot of stuff going on. We're doing another NBA Total Chaos tomorrow night, and then a college basketball the night after that. So lots of stuff coming up on the channel. You guys do not want to miss it. Also, real quick, we do have a promo code. If you head over to picksandparlays.net, you can find Sean Higgs and Kurt Alexander's premium picks. Use the promo code UPSET and it'll save you 20% at your checkout. So that's just a little homie hookup since you're watching and stuff. You know, it's this thing we do. All right, Alexander, last one. Pelicans are at the Bucks. 240 that's another big one. What the heck's going on? 240. What do you got?
Allie, it's huge. 240, interesting stat here for you guys. 240 has only showed up in 6 games so far this month. All right. 5 of them, or actually 4 games. This is going to be the 6th game. So 4 of the games were involving the Brooklyn Nets. All right. So Brooklyn is a team that you're normally going to see at this 240 range. The only other game that was a 240 or more was the Wizards in Portland, and that game went dead under. So my first thought is I don't think these 2 teams deserve to be on the 240 range. So I'm looking towards the under. The Pelicans are playing a back-to-back. It'll be a back-to-back game. I was actually trying to cheat because they scored less in the second game of their back-to-backs and they're playing right now. So, yeah, that didn't work. But the Pelicans are on a back-to-back. This is their 4th back-to-back this month. All right, so this team is loaded with back-to-backs. And like I said, second half of the game, second game of the back-to-back usually goes under. You look at Milwaukee. They played each other earlier this season, I believe, and it landed on 227. I'm taking this one under the 240. The 240 is just coming because the Pelicans are scoring so much and they've gone over this total quite a bit. Like it just does not, like 257, 238. No, they haven't gone over 250, 257. Yeah. So they've gone over the total 3 times. All right. I'm taking this game under the total.
All right, Higgs. What do you got?
I'm on the under there with you, Kurt. I like it. And my reasoning was actually kind of different to that because the Bucks had, the little losing streak where they lose like 5-6 in a row. They weren't really scoring too much. They didn't get to 100 in one of the losses, and then they're kind of muddling through. Last 2 games though, they put up about 130 and 140 was 139, 128, 29, whatever the case would be. So they scored recently, but like I said, back to back. I'm looking for not much out of New Orleans, like a bad game. Like I could see this one being like a 20 or 30 point win, but something to like 115 to like 90 in that range. So yeah, huge number here. I'm going under.
I'm with you guys on that one for sure. That seems just like a little redonkulous for me. A little bit redonkulous. Sorry, I was into reading the comments there. We had some stuff going on. All right, so we're going to do a little recap. All right, that's what we're going to do here.
I love the comments. I always read the comments.
I get lost in the comments. I do a late night show. I did it last night, actually, where I host the show, but I don't have control of the comments. So I can't put them up. Then I forget that I'm hosting because I'm so into reading them.
You're just reading everything.
Yeah. Okay. So in the Kings
John, the game went over.
What game?
Sorry, he said hockey Rangers game under. What happened? It went over. That's what happened.
That's what happened. It went over.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Next question.
I saw that shit, man.
Crazy.
All right. So in the Kings game, we went the other way. Sean goes over and Kurt went under. In the Clippers game, Kurt went under, but Sean went over. And then we agree in the Wizards game, you guys are both taking it over the number. And in the, Pelicans game, you're both taking it under. So those are our 2 consensus picks. We will have a winner, won't we? I had nothing to do with Longwood. They're not on the board. Not on the board. That was not my situation. Although I will say, Jared, about Temple, that I had Temple on the side and that cashed, and I also took that off the board. But then I wrote my name on the card for that little stash of I'm going to tally you guys up thing. All right, guys, that does it for us. Smash that like button on your way out. Don't forget, check me out on Morning Wood, Sean Higgs on the free basketball pick show.
God, yeah, I think of something. Now you make fun of me. I got to come up with a name for tomorrow.
Afternoon Delight.
No.
Afternoon. How about noon? No. Morning Wood, but no Afternoon Delight.
I feel like something like
See, afternoon, that would be something if I was like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in my time, like 12 o'clock noon. It's,
Now you're Morning Wood because I'm like on your time. Yeah. I'm on at 1. Yeah. Now I'm not morning in your time. Now I'm an Afternoon Delight. See, it doesn't work. This is why I need baseball season.
We would be deplatformed if my show was on at 9 a.m. on the East Coast here, and I called the Morning Wood. We'd be off the air. We'd have no more any kind of monetization on Knicks and Parlays or winning free picks or Rookie Blasters. We'd be done. What happened? We got deplatformed again.
We knew it was a little bit risky when we started it. Like it was Craig's idea, honestly. I wish I could take credit for Morning Wood, but he goes, I was kind of thinking Morning Wood, and I was like, it's perfect.
It is. I think it's a good name for that.
It's a great. It's great. Yeah. It's kind of catchy.
Yeah. Well, it's campy. It's flirty. We do teasers. Yeah. It all makes sense.
There you go.
Like the wordplay.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. May the best man win. Don't forget, hit that like button before you go. I got a whole lot of little things I can put on here. What did you
say? You said, may the best man win. I said, I will.
And Sean said, I will.
All right,
don't
everyone.
Forget, use the promo code UPSET. Save yourself 20%. Follow Sean Higgs at @real_Higgs. Kurt is at Kurt's Angles. That's where you can find us. I'm at Plus Money Honey, and we'll see you guys at a different time.